Hello, my beautiful people. How are we doing today? I hope we are doing well. I hope we are doing well. I trust we are all doing good. So today I want to show us how I made this lovely okra soup. Just look at this soup. Look at Shebi. You they feel the soup shade. So I'm going to show us how I made this okra soup. This okra soup was so delicious. It was so tasty. In fact, it was out of this world. So if this is something you would love to learn, please keep watching this video. So of course I started off by um putting my meat inside the pot because I used beef for this one. So you can use any protein of your choice. You can use goat meat, you can actually use chicken. So my own, I used beef. Then I went in with my salt and seasoning cube. Then I added water, just enough water to boil the meat, to make the meat to be very soft. Okay, then I covered up the pot. I put it on fire so that the meat could cook. So while the meat is on fire, I moved ahead to the next step. So here I am sorting out some fresh tomatoes, some pepper, fresh pepper that I will be using. So after that, I went ahead and I blended the pepper. I used grinding stone for this. I didn't use blender. So please, if you want to do yours, please you can use blender. So I just felt like using grinding stone. This grinding stone, there's actually a story to it because this grinding stone was given to me among the things they gave to me while I got married on my traditional wedding day. So in my culture, when a woman is getting married, so they will pack some things, some household items for her. You understand? So they gave me this grindstone was among the things that I was given. Okay. So ever since they've given me this grinding stone, I've never used it. It was only my mom that anytime she comes around, maybe when I put to bed, she comes from Mugo, then she will be the one to use it. So today I just said, why not? I brought it out, I rinsed it, and I decided to use it. It was actually fun. It brought back memories of when I was growing up, how I used to grind pepper for my mom. So back to my cooking. So you can see that I blended or I grinded the pepper first. Then I went ahead, I added the tomato. So I pressed out the seed from the tomato because sometimes some of these tomatoes can look very strong from outside, but inside I don't just know. So most times I do press out all the seeds. So this is me using my grinding stone to grind my pepper and tomato. Trust me, it was fun using grinding stone. Will I be using the grinding stone again? Absolutely yes, because it brought back memories and I enjoyed it. So why after grinding the pepper, the next thing I did, I went ahead to wash my pomo, which is cow skin. So after washing it, I washed it thoroughly. Then after washing it, then I went ahead, I scraped off everything. You understand? I didn't want to see all the things I don't like inside. So I scraped it out. So I scraped out everything. I washed it very well. Then after that, I went ahead to to start chopping them into bite sizes. I chopped everything into bite sizes, just like I am doing here. So the next thing I did after washing the pomo and cutting the pomo was to wash my mangala fish. Mangala fish simply is dried fish. Yes, a bit smoked fish. It's dried fish, yeah. So of course you can skip this one. It's not compulsory. So I went ahead, I brought out my mangala fish. Then I used hot water. I soaked it in hot water, like I poured hot water over it. I allowed it to soak for like about 5 minutes. This is to enable all the maybe all the ants, right? It's not ants or weevils, that some weevils are hidden inside the stuff, inside the fish. So when you pour hot water on it, it will force them to to bite. So most of them will come out, and it will be easier for you to wash the dirt, the what's it called, the all the yama yama on this thing. So that's what I did next. After that, I opened everything up, removed the bones, You understand? So you have to remove the bones, because especially if you have little kids. So that is what I am doing here. I removed all the bones and everything. So, like so. So the next thing I did was to, of course, put my pot on fire. Now this is the cooking time. See guys, this soup is very fast. Now sharp soup, like sharp. So I put my pot on fire. I went in to add oil, palm oil. So after that, I allowed the palm oil to heat up a little bit, not to bleach, just to heat up a little bit. Then I added onion. I added some onions. Then I stirred to allow the onions to, to saute. So it's not like it will burn, just for it to change color, to be like transparent. So after that, I poured in the blended pepper tomato mix that I blended, that I grinded earlier. Then I went in to add the beef. After the beef I boiled earlier, added the beef. After adding beef, I added the more. Then I went in to add the smoked fish. After that, I added salt, I added seasoning, I stirred everything together just as you're saying it. Then I cover the pot so that the tomato can boil, so that the tomato will cook, and so that all the proteins will absorb the tomato. So the next thing I did was to wash my crayfish. I used two crayfish here, two types of crayfish here rather. So I used a big one. Shay, is this one prawns? I don't know what they call this one. Sha. We call it big crayfish here. So I first of all I washed the big crayfish. After washing the big crayfish, I set it aside. Then I moved over to the smaller crayfish. I washed that one. Then I set it aside also. Okay, after washing the crayfish, I went to check the soup, the tomato that's on fire rather. So when I opened it, I had to stir it because I saw that it was getting dried little by little. So at this stage, I poured in the crayfish, the bigger crayfish, not the small. I poured in the bigger crayfish. I stirred it and I covered it back so that the tomato can continue cooking. So while the tomato is still cooking, I went into my garden to cut some okra. Okay, so for this one you need plenty okra, because remember we are just using okra, we are not adding ogbolo. So I went into my garden, I went to cut some okra. Yes, this is my little harvest from my garden. So I cut some okra, although I actually bought some to add to the one I cut, because it was not really enough. So but I got enough from my garden, just because I wanted the okra to be plain, the soup to be plain. So I had to buy little to add to it. Okay, so this is a reminder that if you have a small space in your wherever you are living, please try and plant small vegetable. It goes a long way. So after cutting the okra from my garden, I went ahead to wash the okra. I washed it very well. After washing it, the next thing I did was to start chopping the okra. I had to cut the okra into little bite sizes. So I took my time to cut the okra, which is what I am doing here. So after cutting the okra, I went back to check my tomato that is on fire. So when I checked it, I discovered that the tomato was well cooked. It was dried and it was well cooked. So the next thing I did was to go in with my okra. So I poured in the okra. I stirred it very well so that the okra will combine with the tomato, so that everything will mix together. So I stirred. After stirring, the next thing I did, I poured in the meat stock that I used to boil the beef earlier. I poured it. If the meat stock is plenty, you don't really need to pour everything. You just need just little, because we don't want the I didn't want the okra we don't want the okra soup to be too watery. Okay, so you have to gauge the quantity. So I poured just little, not too much of the meat stock. Okay, so I mixed everything together. Then after that, the next thing I did, I went ahead and I added the crayfish, the little crayfish. You know, we added the big one, added the bigger ones earlier. So this time I added the little crayfish. After that, I went ahead, I adjusted the seasoning, the salt, I added more salt and I added more seasoning. Then I stirred everything together again. As you can see, I didn't pour much water. Okay, so I had to allow it to, to cook. So this time around, the okra has to cook for just little time, maybe 5 minutes. Okay, because I don't want the okra to overcook. So while the okra was cooking, I quickly rushed to my garden. I went to cut vegetables. I went to cut pumpkin leaf, which we call ugu down here. Okay, so I went to cut my ugu. Then after that, I washed the ugu. Then I sliced everything properly. Okay. Now back to the soup. You can see that the soup is looking so good. So like I told you earlier, it just has to be 5 minutes so that the okra can still retain its crunchiness. Okay, so I don't want it to overcook, so you too should not overcook yours, so it will retain its crunchiness and the nutritional values. So the next thing I did, I quickly went in and I added the ugu that I sliced. Okay, and this ugu now I had to leave it to cook for just about 3 minutes because this is just like the okra. I didn't want it to overcook, you understand? So that was it, guys. It's just so simple, it's straightforward, very easy and very quick. And this soup is so nutritious, so delicious. It's packed with all the goodness that your body needs. So just take a good look at all the colorful goodness in this soup. So tell me, will you be trying this soup? So let me know what you think about this soup. Please leave a comment in the comment section. Please like this video. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share this video. Please, it goes a long way. And please, more importantly, before you leave, please subscribe to this channel. Help my channel to grow. Don't just watch and go. Please encourage me by subscribing. Thank you so much for watching this video, and until our next video, until we see again, God bless you. Please subscribe before going, and don't forget to drop a like. Don't forget to share this video. Please subscribe before going. Thank you so much. God bless you.